Hi, friends. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Hi, Dalis. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Adelaide. How are you? Guys, let me know if you can hear me. Perfect. Okay. So let me get going here. Hi, Kendra. All right. So if you watched me live last week, we were kind of toying with whether I should use this month's bonus printable on my live today or play with the new Lindy's Magicals that I got. But I think we kind of had an overwhelming play with the bonus printable. So that's what we're going to do today. So this month's bonus printable is this beautiful digital card making kit. It's the Mermazing, and it has so many pretty papers. Now I didn't cut anything or prep anything because I had a very busy morning. I had my post-op and everything looks good. Still can't lift more than 10 pounds or resume normal activities for a couple more weeks, but other than that, still doing well. Oh, Dalis, I'm sorry you have a migraine. Those things are awful. I've had migraines as long as I can remember, and they are the worst. Hi, Pam. So anyway, I toyed with the idea of printing these at it's FedEx Kinko's, but because they're color, it gets a little bit pricey. So I went ahead and printed them here at home. I'm just going to kind of flip through them and show you all the pretty papers. And these bonus printables you can get if you're one of Kendra's patrons. I'm not sure what level. What level, Kendra, do they get the bonus printable? Remind me. Oh, look at this one. This is kind of like a watercolor effect. I like it. So a lot of pretty papers that you can play with. And you don't necessarily have to use them with Kendra's card challenge. You can make many different cards using these bonus printables. And these bonus printables are in the color for this month's color box challenge. Oh, okay. All paid patron levels get the bonus printable. Perfect. Look at this underwater scene. Isn't that pretty? Excellent, excellent papers and images, Kendra. I love them. Look at these beautiful little mermaids. I like these silhouettes of mermaids. Colorful little sea creatures. So pretty. And then we have this page that has some sentiments on it. So like I said, I didn't really prep anything. I had my post-op, did that. And because the doctor's office that I had to go to, well, the hospital, is all of 5 minutes away from IKEA, I went there and got a shelf I wanted for my desk space to kind of give me more room to put things away in. So then, of course, once I got it home, I had to build it, and that took time. But, um, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so now, trying to think. I think I do want to use these with Kendra's card challenge. But because I did print them at the full sheet size, I'm going to cut them down to 6x6 first, and then I will save the scraps for another use. Um, You can print them. I know if you are, I go into my settings and I've done it before with digital papers that you can go into your print settings when you pull up the digital paper and set it to 6 by 6 so it'll print at 6 by 6. And I've done that before and I didn't do it this time. And then when you do that, it kind of shrinks down the detail on the image too. So that works. And then my daughter did take my 2 grandbabies, the younger ones, over to visit my mom so that I could have a little bit of quiet here. Hi, Charlene. Let's see. Dalise, you don't have a color printer? You should get one. I know. I've always, I mean, as far as I can remember, I've had color printers. Part of that, though, is because my husband does a lot of work from home when he's in construction, he works out in the field, but then when he comes home, he's looking at plans and he's printing plans. So it's kind of, we have to have a printer that can print the detail. So it's also a larger printer. It'll print, I think, 11 by 17. Trying to pick which 6 pages I'm gonna trim down. Oh, yeah, my color printer before this current one I have, it was a pricier one. I think I'm not gonna use that one after all. And it went down. It died, and I had to replace it. So I did. I replaced it, and so the one I have now is probably about 3 months old. So it's not too bad. Oh, I did get what I wanted at IKEA. It's like that Alex shelf with 2 drawers that you can add to the desks just to put up here. It's right in front of me there. So now I have some drawer space to put away extra goodies that I have. And it wasn't terribly out of price range. So I did get that. You know, the color printer I got, at least, wasn't too expensive. And but like I said, I have to have it here because of my husband's work. So I just had to replace it when the other one died. All right, let me pick up the pace here on my cutting because I'm going to take way too long here. I didn't do any prep. So what is everybody up to? Ours is an inkjet too. I can't justify spending on a color laser. Those are costly, and not just the cost of the initial cost of the printer, but replacing the ink. So I make do with the inkjet. If I really want something printed off a laser printer, then I will send it out to get printed at Kinko's. Yeah, that's what my debate was in getting a laser. But like I said, it wasn't too expensive. Last month's bonus printable was that beautiful black and white, and so I did have that one printed on a laser printer at FedEx Kinko's. So, and I think it was less than $5. But that is because it was all black and white. So Did you take anything for your migraine, Delis? I actually usually if I have a migraine, I'll take something and lock myself in my room in the dark with no noise and cover my head with ice packs. All right. Um, this side. Now, I do have already my May entry completed for Kendra's Card Challenge 14. Um, I'm editing the video today, so hopefully I'll have it up by next week. But who knows? Sometimes the best laid plans don't work out. How was everybody's Mother's Day, by the way, for those of you that are mothers? Did you have a great Mother's Day? Were you spoiled? Because I know you all deserve it. Oh, I'm sorry, Delis. Well, keep that ice wrap on and hopefully that'll help. Yeah, I've had migraines. I got diagnosed when I was 10 years old. Went to see a neurologist, couldn't figure out what all these headaches were, why I was so sick and just couldn't move. And, you know, they finally diagnosed me after tons of tests. And I remember this was a long time ago. This was over 40 years ago. Back then, nobody knew what migraines were. And if I would miss school, you know, my mom would write on the note that I was out because of a headache, because of a migraine headache. And it used to bug me to no end when a teacher would say, "You missed school because of a headache?" And I used to think to myself, man, if only it was just a headache. Migraines are way more than just a headache. Aw, how sweet. My kids, of course, spoiled me and they gave me beautiful gifts. But I think the best gift, of course, is just having them around. And so they, they made a brunch here at my house, but they all cooked and set everything up, and the grandkids were here, and so we enjoyed. We had a lot of fun. My mom came, my mother-in-law came. Um, it was nice to have everybody here, and of course the grandbabies were here. Unfortunately, two of the grandbabies, actually one, two, three, four of them couldn't make it. They were two were out of town with um, their mother, and the other two, it was their mother's weekend. So of course they spent it with their moms on Mother's Day. But they made sure the oldest granddaughter made sure to text me and wish me a happy Mother's Day. Oh, nice. Oh, purple tulips. How beautiful. It's hard when we don't get to see our kids, but you know, I know that they think about us, especially on Mother's Day, and I'm just glad that we were able to spend some time together. Okay, let me start cutting out my papers. Oh, let me get my plastic sleeves. Hold on, hold on. What did I do with them? I had them here and like I moved everything around. I misplaced them. Here they are. Ooh, that sounds yummy. All right, let's start cutting here. Have you guys all played along with the Kendra's Card Challenge 14 this month? It really is nice to be able to do this. I like using card sketches, and Kendra does a really good job of putting her card sketches together. But I like using them because, to be quite honest, I don't have to think. Uh, so sketches are the way to go for me. Aw, how sweet. You know, sometimes I miss working just because I miss some of my colleagues at work. But then I remember why I retired and I don't miss working so much. Okay. Uh, see, this is 2 3/4. And so when I cut, I kind of lay them out the way they're laid out on the sketch, and then I put them in the plastic sleeve. That way I kind of keep track of the papers I'm cutting. It just helps me a little bit. Oh, I love banana bread. My daughter, the one who's living with us, oh my goodness, she has been making her own. She made her own starter, sourdough starter, and so she has been making fresh sourdough bread, sourdough sandwich bread, banana bread. She's just she tries to feed the kids healthy and tries to feed them with the least amount of preservatives as possible. And I think that's great because where am I here? 5.5 is that way. Because so much junk is put into foods. It's just it's hard to keep kids healthy. And my daughter's the youngest one is a vegetarian. So the kids mostly eat vegetarian. Once in a while, she'll let them have chicken because their dad's um, he eats the way whatever my daughter eats usually, but once in a while he wants chicken, so they'll let them have chicken once in a while. Sorry, I need to get something to drink. So she makes really good banana bread. That's where I was going with that. You know, Pam, I think that's how I started with card sketches was with Alicia's sheet loads. And I would make those and um, I indeed did graduate to Kendra's card challenges. So I had fun with that. And I have fun. I continue to have fun. Okay, so here this needs to be at 1.5 and 1.5. So I'm just gonna go 1.5 and make a mark here. And I cut them together. It just makes it easier for me. 1.5. That way they have the same cut since both these pieces are used for card sketches 1, 2, and 3. Okay. There's that one, and then we go from here to corner, right? Okay. And this is where I start to sort them out in my sleeves. So once I have them cut, kind of put them, lay them out. I don't ever think I go through my full process like this. I think I usually just have everything ready when I'm recording my video, already sorted out. And what am I doing here? This went there, this went there. Oh, this goes here. Okay. So this piece and this piece. All right. So now that I have all my pieces cut, I just grab my sleeves and I start sorting. Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining. Kendra, is it dark chocolate? If it's dark chocolate, then it's healthy, right? At least that's what I say. All right, here's for sketch number 1. These 2 pieces go for sketch number 2. These 2 go for number 3. This one goes for number 4. These 2 go for number 7. These bottom ones go for number 9. And then this one goes for number 11. All right. It's milk chocolate. Okay, well, it's got milk in it. That's healthy, right? Eh, I mean, I think it's okay to spoil ourselves. Once in a blue moon, right? Okay. Now we're going to cut pattern paper B, and I'm going to try and be a little bit faster on this one. And see where those little scissors are? That's where you make your first cut. So these pieces are 3 3/4 wide, so I will cut that there. And then this is 1 inch. So I'm going to go down to 5. That's 8 4. And then this piece is 2 by 2. So I'm going to cut 2 inches down there. And trim this down to 2. And then we have 3 3/4 inch strips. So, right, 3/4 and 3/4. All right. Then we can put those in their pockets. I don't know if I'm going to get more than maybe 1 or 2 cards done. Aw, you know, I know it's hard to give up. I actually, years and years ago, gave up all chocolate, all soda, because I just needed to lose weight, to be quite honest. And I went on a liquid diet. It was followed by a doctor, and so it was I was medically supervised, but it was no food, just liquid. It was like a protein shake, you could say. And I mean, I lost the weight because obviously you're not eating food. And I never went back to full, because I used to drink regular Coke all the time. I do have Diet Coke, um, and I'll have chocolate once in a while, but I'll tell you when that wonderful thing happened the pandemic, it just all the weight I had lost just came right back. Good for you, Pam. Soda's not really the best. What I try and drink if I want a fizz is I get these, they're like ice waters that it's like a sparkling water. And these only have 5 calories. So I don't I don't mind if I have those. And those quench the thirst and sometimes you just want something fizzy to drink. So that works. Okay, 3, 4, and 8. Yeah, they have a lot of different flavors. And that's what I got to drinking when I gave up sodas was those sparkling waters. They hit the spot. Okay, paper C. Let's see this one. I know. I think it's a side effect. The side effect of the pandemic was that weight gain. Oh, it's all just horrible. But you know what? I'm actually, even though I gained weight, I'm actually healthy. Like every time I do labs, they come back perfect. And what's funny is sometimes, like before I had my surgery, they ask, okay, what medications do you take regularly? And I told them none. And they kind of look at me and said, are you sure? And yeah, I'm sure. I don't take anything. And they're surprised. Well, because I guess most people over 50 take medication of some sort. And I guess I'm just lucky. I haven't had the need for it yet. Knock on wood. Um, okay, so this is the 2-inch piece. So this one's going to be 2 by 2. And then this one, we're going to cut a 1/2 inch off. That goes down here. And then this is 1.5 by 1.5. So this goes there. Yeah, I don't really like plain water is the thing. I need it to be flavored. I'm terrible at drinking just plain water. So sparkling water it is for me. Okay, I'm going to cut this smaller piece first because it's easier for me to trim down than to cut from a small piece. So this is a 1/2 inch. And I'll trim that down. And this is 1 3/4. Okay, then that one goes there. And then this one we're going to cut diagonal. And even if I don't finish the cards today on the live, I'll finish them and I'll post some pictures of them. So we'll see what I managed to make. And these are at 1 1/4. Okay. Charlene, you're too funny. You know, I have to say, you guys, when I was ready to retire, a lot of my colleagues at work just would tell me, Yvette, you're going to be so bored when you retire. What are you going to do? Because they know me. I can't sit still. I have to be busy all the time. And so I told them, don't worry, I won't be bored. I'll figure it out. And fortunately for me, a couple years before I retired, there was a threat of layoffs. And that's when I started my YouTube channel because I thought, well, I'm going to have to do something with my time. And then the layoffs didn't happen, thankfully, because I had only 2 years to go before retirement at that point. And so when I retired, I had my channel underway and I was able to just focus. Oh, I cut this the wrong way, didn't I? I'll make it work. I was able to focus my energy and my time on my YouTube channel. So no boredom here whatsoever. Let's see. Where's 10? 10 is this piece. And then these pieces are for 14. Okay. So not bored. Don't have time to be bored. Oh, me too, Kendra. When we go out to eat, my husband and I usually just order water with lemon. That's our beverage of choice. Because anything else to drink, oh my goodness, I made the mistake of ordering um, a Diet Coke last weekend. No, this past weekend. And I think it was like $6 for a Diet Coke at the restaurant. It's like, oh my goodness, that's insanity. Absolute insanity. Okay, so these are 3/4 of an inch. So this piece is there, and then 2 1/4 and 1 3/4. Whoops. You're a multitasker, Geneva. You can watch and finish up work. Excellent. Okay, so this piece is 2 by 2. I did that. The last year I was working, there was a lot of multitasking at my desk. But hey, if you can do that, go for it. Okay. Let's see. This goes to number 7. Excuse me. This piece goes to 8. These 3 go to 9. This goes to 3. And this goes to 4. Okay. Oh, how fun. My granddaughter's graduation, she's my oldest, is on the 4th of June. So we're excited for her. Yeah, I can't drink. I mean, I can drink plain water. It has to be very cold, but I need flavor in my water. That's just how I am. Oh, and I'm sorry if there's a little bit of shine, but when I print my sketches, I put them in these plastic sheet protectors, and then I have a binder where I keep all of my card sketches. That way, if I have to look back at a card sketch, it's easy to just pull that out. Let's see. This is at 4.5. Let me think. I want this to be the top. Okay. So 4.5. I try and keep my phone charged. In fact, right now I'm using my phone to do this, to record, which is what I usually use. And 2 3/4. I have it plugged in because I don't want it dying in the middle. Okay, so that goes this way, and then this one is at 1.5 and 1.5 and 3. Okay, so 1.5, 1.5 and 3. Yeah, so our baby girl graduates soon. You definitely need to have that phone charged for pictures. That is a must. But don't forget to enjoy the moment too, Kendra. It's I know pictures are important, but sometimes we get so wrapped up in taking pictures that we're not like enjoying what's happening at the moment. That's what I have to remind my husband because anytime we go on vacation somewhere, he's like Mr. Paparazzi. He's just taking pictures left and right. And I tell him, you got to enjoy what we're seeing here now. I mean, the pictures are great and all, but we need those memories. I mean, for example, we went on a cruise to Alaska. Oh, I think it was in, oh God, it was so long ago. It was probably 10 years ago or so, maybe more. And it was a 7-day cruise and then 5 days inland on the train. And I got to tell you, he took over 5,000 pictures. So enjoy the moment, Kendra. Enjoy your time there. I have to be organized or my brain will just go every which way. It just doesn't work. Now this one, should I pull out the die and just cut it to make it quicker? Let's see. So for this paper F is with the standalone die that was created by Lynn of LV Handcrafted, along with Not Too Shabby. So let me find my die cutting. It'll make it faster to get that last one done. Okay, and excuse any noise you hear from my die cutting machine. It's not super loud, but all right. Let's see here. Hi, Anna. Welcome. You use a fancy voice, Charlene, when you order your sparkling water? I should do that. All right, let me see my pieces here. This one is here. Let me just get them out of here. This is great. Having this die, it just cuts them all out in one fell swoop and boom. So that last piece was easy to cut. So let me get it sorted. Our circle here goes in number 11. And then this is 14, which is 14, this one. Let's see. Oh my. These two there, this one goes there. This one goes there, okay. So this one is 12 and this one is 12. How are we doing on time, guys? I got to get at least one card done today. 12. This one is 13. These two are 13. This one is 15. And this one is 5. Okay. Awesome. So now that I have those all done, let's start to put one of our cards together. So let's start with card sketch number 1. Oh, but I didn't cut out any of the sentiments or anything. So let's see. Let's pull that out. And I think I have a bunch of dies here. You have to see the chat. It's important stuff. We talk about very important things like sparkling water and what kind to order. That's right. I didn't have to pay to develop 5,000 pictures, but oh my goodness. When we got home, he said, babe, let's make a slideshow so we can show the kids. And I don't know that the kids wanted to see a slideshow of our vacation. Let me see if I have a die that will work there. They're double stitched dies. So see, this will work. You don't have to actually cut them out. Let me see. Oh, this little whale. I need the smaller one. Let's see. Will the smaller one work? No. Now I'm torn. Wait, let's see. What paper do I have there? So I have that blue. I think I'm going to go with our little mermaid there. So I'm going to try and trim where it gives me enough space to cut it out. All right, let's see. Maybe the smaller one. Where's my other die? Okay, I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to get one card done if it's the last thing I do. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Oh, and then guys, I always forget. And I don't know. I kind of feel like it's self-promoting, but if you could do all the YouTubey things, share, like, comment, that would be great. All right. So I'm going to pull out my mini Empress so I can cut this one. And on some of these, sometimes I cut into the magnetic sheet. Sometimes I don't. Today I'm going to. And see how it goes. Okay, not the last thing, but I want to make sure at least I get one done. Oh, it didn't cut. Let's lay that back down. I think I need to replace that magnetic mat. And I have one, I just haven't pulled it out. So I'll have to do that later today. I know, and I got to finish this up by 2 o'clock because that's when the grands head home. Because my daughter, as I've mentioned, works from home. Her shift starts at 2, which means my shift of watching kiddos starts at 2. So let's see. Let me get a card base out. And let's see. Do a top folding. I'm going to rotate the sketch. So it's going to go this way because our little mermaid is facing this way. I trimmed this wrong. That's okay. So let's get out our pieces. And I lay it out here. If it were to be landscape, it would be this way. Why do I always get this one cut wrong? I don't know what it is about me. See? I guess I cut the diagonals wrong, but it's still okay. And do I want a matte layer there? Let me see. Maybe some silver. Yeah, silver works. What did I do with my tape runner? All right. Wait. Yes. Corners go here. See, I talk to myself a lot when I'm crafting. Funny part is I answer myself too. Do you guys talk to yourselves when you're crafting? Like, do you remind yourself, oh, this end goes there or this piece goes there? Okay. Now what did I do with my paper trimmer? Oh. All right. So see, when you watch my videos of me sharing the cards I make, there's a lot of editing that happens. All right. That piece. I like the silver. I know I've had it printed. I've had the bonus printable printed for at least a week, but I hadn't had the chance to play with it. So I'm glad that I'm able to pull it out today. All right. Then This will go here. I think I want to die cut a larger oval to mat behind this. Yeah. And I have some scalloped ovals that go with that. I just have to find them, which means I have to dig in my bin. Oh, sorry, guys. So I cleared out a lot of my old stamps and dies that I just wasn't using anymore. But the ones I find I use the most are my nesting shape dies. So my circles, my squares, my ovals. See? And so those I won't get rid of. Perfect. And I'm not going to be too picky about usually I try and conserve as much paper as I can, but given the time constraints, I'm just going to go for it. Right? I answer myself all the time. And I've always done that. I mean, at work, you could hear me mumbling to myself as I was working. In crafting, I do the same. It's just how my brain works. That's just how my brain works. Okay, let me scooch this over just a bit. Uh-oh, did I freeze? I know. A potential future audience. I like that. The funny thing is, I talk to myself, and sometimes I don't realize someone's in the house, and I get, Mom, who are you talking to? It's just like, well, I'm talking to a very important person, me. And what's funny is that I know my kids do the same thing when they're working or whatever they're doing. They're talking to themselves. I've caught them doing it. In fact, I used to have a bad habit um, when my kids were real little. I worked for a private investigator when my older two were just babies. And so I did a lot of the transcribing of depositions from home. And if I made a mistake as I was typing, I would say, oh, shoot. But it wouldn't be shoot, it would be something else. And then one day, my son, he messed up on something he was playing with, and out came, oh, shoot. And I scolded him and I said, where did you learn that? And my husband said, babe, he learned it from you. You don't pay attention, but when you're working, you mumble under your breath, and that's what you mumble. And I thought, oh, I have to be more careful. My kids can hear me. Yep, I do the same thing. Where did I put that? Now where's that? And it could be right in front of me. And I'm saying, where did I put that? Now, speaking of, where did I put my foam tape? Hmm. Oh, here it is. I'm going to pop that up. Alrighty. These are pretty summer cards. I like them. This paper is beautiful, Kendra. I don't know how you do it. You are so talented. Oops, cut too much there. All right. Right? The VIP. I am the VIP. At least in my craft room, I am the VIP. Unless my grandkids are here. Then they're the VIPs. And they love to be in here. The 3-year-old, oh my goodness. I was recording yesterday. In fact, I was recording my May entry for Kendra's Card Challenge. And he just walks right on in, even though I have the door closed. And he says, Bama, what are you doing? Are you recording a video? I told him, yes. Oh. And then he just walks right out. And he calls it working. Grandma, are you working? Because he sees me with my laptop. And since his mom works from home, he sees her on a laptop and she tells him, okay, mama has to work now. So to him, laptop equates work. Let's see. Should I add some little enamel dots? You have no idea where she learned it, Elise? I don't know. The kids learn the darndest things. I just don't know where they get it from. Let me see if I have any little enamel dots that'll go with that. Color scheme, perhaps. Perhaps, yes. Up and see, they're home. It's almost 2 o'clock. So let's get this one finished up. And I'll finish the rest off camera. That's the 8-month-old screaming. I'll finish the rest off camera and then I may record a video or just post pictures. I'm not real sure what I'm going to do there. Oh, and then see, there's a reason. It's a good reason that I printed it the full scale. I can get some of what's left here and just print it. Cut it, sorry. Maybe a 3/4 inch strip and put it on the inside of my card. That way it coordinates. Let's see. Right there. Perfect. Perfection. Oh, I like the way that turned out. I almost want to add some sparkle though. Let me just add a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to add some sparkle to her hair. Oh, yeah. She's a mermaid. She needs sparkle. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. All right, guys, what do you think? Let me see if I can put this closer. Can you catch the sparkle in her hair? Let's see. All right. You're right. Sometimes you do have to talk to someone that can give you excellent advice. For me, that's all my crafty friends. I give myself advice. I don't know if it's excellent, but all my crafty friends are excellent. Oh, cut off. Yeah. We're all definitely innocent, at least I've never taught my children anything inappropriate, ever. All right, guys, I'm gonna get going because grandma duty calls. But I did finish. I cut all my papers and I sorted them out as I normally do. And then once my cards are done, I put them back into the plastic sleeve because then what I like to do is keep them there so that I can take pictures of them and I'll know which one is which sketch um, without having to go back and look at the actual cutting guide. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I'll try and keep the schedule where I'm on Tuesdays, either noon or 1. I'm kind of just testing it out. Today I had to make it 1 o'clock because I had my appointment this morning and I didn't know how long I would be. And um, I didn't want to run late, but we'll see. I'll put it up the day before and let you know what time. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here. Thanks, Kendra, for the beautiful bonus printable. Awesome work. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.